Do you want to perfectly defeat bosses without taking a single hit of damage?
Stop! Right there! Criminal scum!
Now it is our time!
Learn your place, scum.
I'll present your head to the Grand General myself! You can't keep getting away with it!
I must remain above the world!
Perfect!
The grave is yours!
So apparently the boss fights in Crimson Desert are deemed extremely difficult. Well, according to IGN, so maybe that doesn't count.
The boss fights in this game are scaled way too aggressively. They take a really long time to do. You die a lot.
Oh no, you actually have to learn the game to beat the game. I have found a basic strategy that anyone can use to turn yourself into ongbal himself.
Yes, sir.
So what do you need? The most important ability is level 3 focus. Not only does it grow spirit over time, but it slows down time and has an automatic parry. I also highly recommend you get dodge. And then finally you want turning slash because it does the most single hit damage from what I've found. If you're wondering what weapons I'm using dual weapons Sword of the Lord and Sword of the Wolf. And then I also have this headpiece which has a gear that does 35% turning slash bonus damage. But now let me take you back to when I first figured out how powerful focus is. When I only had level 1 focus. This is Kearush the Slayer boss fight without getting hit. Let's go, Kliff. Kliff is going to run slightly to the right. The big monkey is going to miss his first attack and get himself stuck into the corner. We use the blinding flash finisher. 50% health. Now heavy attack into light attack into light attack. And then we go for the turning slash. Oh no, we have to back it up because we see the red. That means he's going to roar, which is an unblockable. So we use the focus now to react to his animations. Easy. React to that attack, Kliff. What are you aiming at? You just need one hit. Finally gets the hit on the monkey, but the monkey grabs us and he throws us. This is the only time Kliff is going to be touched by this monkey is during the cinematics. You originally think this boss fight is over, but you soon realize, hey, that was only phase 1 and it's now time for phase 2 and the gorilla is going to start jumping on walls. Here, I like to run slightly to the right. He's going to jump. We roll that and now we can go into a blinding flash finish again. This does a lot of damage this early into the game. Dodge back. Dodge back, stay away from him because he's going to look for the jump, and when he does that we can go into the focus and this makes us a very easy reaction. Roll the big jump, go into the blinding flash finisher. If you haven't got this move, definitely get it. Now we be a little bit careful because I wasn't entirely sure what he was going to do here, so we run slightly to the side and we go into the focus so we can react to any of his attacks, any of his animation. But if you look at the mini-map, my boy Kearush the Slayer is just standing still. So I was like, okay, let's see what he's up to. Oh boy, let's run away. But he basically decided to do nothing and I was so close to finishing him off. So I was like, okay, this is easy enough. We can finish him before he can even do anything. Bang! Straight into the cinematic. What's he going to do now? Big roar, big jump. He knocks us towards the wall. Oh, that's gotta hurt. We're going through the chairs. Look at this. He's swinging. The monkey is angry. Very angry now. Roll that. No, we took a little bit of damage, but not in-game damage. Now he gets very aggressive in phase 3. Run away. Go into focus so we can react. Easily roll through that. And now we're gonna run away again. Go straight back into focus. And let's react to what's he gonna do. He's going for a big jump. He prefers to go for the big jump if you're further away. Once again, we can go into the blinding flash finisher. Oh, dodge that. Just got the dodge there. Played it very risky. But now we decide to play it safe again because This is his third phase, and he's a lot more aggressive, and he's got a few more attacks as well. But if you stay too far away, he goes for the jump, which is very easy to avoid, especially, of course, if you're in focus. And now I was just like, okay, boom!
No one has ever done that! No one has ever done that!
If you notice, yes, the turning slash actually has some evasive properties, but that is Kearush the Slayer, no hit.
Bye, have a great time.
He's gonna run away. Kliff was too strong. And yeah, I do look like an idiot at the moment. Now, it's the hardest boss fight that I have personally come across so far. I think I'm about halfway through the game. Antumbra Sword. Playing this fight normally without the focus was practically impossible. It definitely doesn't help that I was severely underleveled and practically did no damage to this guy. But I soon figured out how overpowered this level 3 focus was. And all you now have to do is figure out which moves you can perfect parry and which moves you have to roll. And then eventually you get the stun and you can just go to town. Now, I don't really do much damage, so it doesn't make too much of a difference. But once again, we run back, go straight into focus so we can react to everything he does. These teleport moves are insane. I don't know how you react to them during real time, but during focus, obviously it's really easy, and you can just spam the parry button during focus and it will automatically perfect parry the next attack. However, you cannot parry these unblockables, and this one where he throws out those chaos waves is unblockable, so I decide to roll backwards and then go in between the two black waves, and then we go back to the exact same strategy. He's going to try and hit us. Perfect parry. We get the turning slash. There's the stun. I didn't even realize I got the stun initially, so we didn't get much damage from that. But this is another reason why the turning slash is so good, because it builds up the stagger meter quickly. And once you stagger them, you can then go to town and get some good damage in. Here you have to roll because there's multiple shadows and you can't parry them all. So that move, you actually have to roll, even though there wasn't a red indicator of it being unblockable. Another parry. Another turning slash, back it up, straight into focus, parry that, another turning slash, back it up, straight into focus, parry that, another turning slash, straight back into focus. We've almost got the stagger meter full. Here we go, this might do it. There it is, and now we can go to town. Once again, my hits are barely doing any damage. In fact, those force palms do 0 damage, but we still get a little bit of damage, and that's all we need. Straight back into focus, waiting for him to attack again. This is the thing. It does get very boring when you're playing the game in slow motion. So, it is a very good strategy, but it can get a little bit boring at times. But there was no way I was going to beat this guy otherwise. But we just continue the strategy, building up that stagger meter. Here, once again, the unblockable in between those waves. Guys, you see, people are telling me that this game has some of the hardest boss fights that are completely unfair. Well, look at this. You need one move and it makes it super easy. Could have finished him there, but we go for the safe route to finally get the kill. One of the toughest bosses in the game. I've now got the strategy down packed, so let's fast forward to the Cassius Morton boss fight. And so we're just going to apply the exact same strategy. But now my weapons are actually upgraded, so I'm doing a little bit more damage with these turning slashes. I also decided to go for a little bit more hits with the light attacks and play it a little safer. I panicked there a little bit, but it worked out perfectly. Instead of going for the parry, I went for the unleash, which does basically the same thing. You just can't get return damage in with the counter. Parry, turning slash, go back into focus. Yeah, you can just mash the parry button, turning slash, back into focus. Gotta watch out for those big pillars though. If they land on you, you'll take some damage. Back into focus. Parry. We get the stun. I go for the epic finisher. This actually does 50% damage to the boss. Bang! It somehow hits me as well. And so I had to restart the fight to get a perfect no-hit boss fight. But this time I decided not to use the nature's grass, because for some reason you take damage when you use it sometimes. And that is the end of Cassius Morton. He couldn't even get a single hit. Who am I? The greatest player ever? Well, no. I just abuse focus. That's it. And you can do the exact same. Keep in mind some bosses do have a counter, such as Crowcaller's crows.